Hello and happy Monday, last Monday of 2020. Um, I personally feel like even though it kind of drug on, it also went really fast. Like I'm kind of feeling in the middle where I cannot believe the year is over, but holy cow, it's been a long year. So I'm excited as we go into 2021. I know that everybody starts thinking like, oh, it's going to be a fresh start and yada yada. Everything is not just going to disappear in 3 days, 4 days, but I also feel like it's also a time that we can goal set and really plan and make a plan going into this. Um, Obviously things are not changing and people are so like gyms are still closed and they're needing fitness more than anything. We know how much it helps with anxiety and depression, and just the community is huge and people need this more than ever. And so we were talking about what we wanted tonight to be about, and we really want it to be like, let's go in to 2021 with our 12-week goals. Like obviously we know like end goals and trying to think of stuff like that, but a lot of times when we make a year goal at a time, we wait until November and then we're like, dang it, I'm not going to hit it because I waited so long. I have all this time. I have all this time. So I'm taking it one quarter at a time and really figuring out, yes, at the end of the year, we know kind of like what we want, but let's break that down into what we can accomplish in the first quarter and what can we accomplish in the second quarter. And so, I've been trying to like reflect on this last year and trying to figure out, okay, now I know what I'm capable of and believe a little bit stronger. So how am I going to use that momentum that's going on to go into the next year? And then like even reflecting, like I had that goal in the middle of the summer of, okay, I wanted to hit 5-star, and really being honest and knowing like, okay, this is the reason I didn't hit it. I know exactly why. I know exactly what happened, all of the things, and I'm going to take ownership for that. And so just being able to do that and reflect over this, screaming baby, sorry about that. And just being honest. And so I want us to kind of take time and think about, where do you want to be in this next year? And then let's kind of work backwards and see what we can do in those first bits. So like thinking of your goals, thinking of an income goal, think of a rank goal, think of a physical fitness mindset goal, thinking of like family type of goals. Like I don't want this to just you to think that all of your goals need to be based on beach body, because that's not the case. Like maybe there is a trip that you stuff, or maybe it's date nights regularly once a month if you're not doing them at all, like making it once a month. Maybe it is spending one-on-one time with your kids. Really just sitting and reflecting and seeing like, what is it that you want in this next bit? So I would like you to take a couple of minutes, or at least jot down, making an idea for income for each body, rank, um, what else did I say? Income, mindset. So like for me, I want to make sure and talk about like, okay, for personal development, what am I going to dedicate to? Really being intentional with that time. Maybe it's you're going to make sure that you're reading a book a month. Maybe it's, okay, I wasn't very good at 10 minutes a day. I'm going to make sure and dedicate 10 minutes a day to personal development. What are the other, Amy? Yeah, I really need to do the consistent
A family goal.
family. That was it. Relationship with your significant other, if you have one. I know that watching their quarter, maybe not everybody has one. So, and if you want to share any of those or talk about, okay, this is my big scary goal, how can I get there? Like, let's talk through that. But I do feel like for your fitness, everybody's needs to be, I'm going to commit to let's go ahead and do 9-week control freak, like commit to that, dial in your nutrition, really follow it, share it on social media, even having like that type of thing, like sharing those. Maybe one of your goals for business is to do a reel a week, like just like making those things that are going to move your business forward. It might be something simple. It might be something, I'm going to follow the business activity tracker for an entire month and see what happens. Does anybody have one that you would like to share or talk about?
I know that when I
just give me like 3 minutes to write.
okay, good. Yeah.
That's what I need, 3 minutes to write. Hold on.
Okay,
Right. All right, we've had a few minutes. Also, like when I'm thinking of like income, I like to kind of, instead of like, maybe I have a certain a yearly income, I like to divide that by 52 and figure out what I would need to make weekly. It feels a little bit less intimidating than saying I want to make $50,000 or something. Like figuring out that weekly average kind of gives you that goal, and then you can kind of say, you know, how many challenge packs, how many coaches, how much volume. When you have those weekly averages, it's easier to see what you need to make. Does that make sense? Okay. Does anybody want to share or comment or ask questions or?
I will.
Do it.
Okay. Have you guys heard of 75 Hard? Okay. So I'm going to start that after my hysterectomy. Like I kind of did it for a few days just to see what it was all about, but I have my hysterectomy next Monday. So I'm obviously not going to be able to do 2 45-minute workouts a day.
Yeah.
And I know like a lot of, do you guys follow the Fitzpatricks in Canada?
They did it, and then like Ashley McClellan finished it. Several Beachbody coaches do it.
Yeah. So I'm really wanting to do it because of the alcohol too. Like I just like alcohol too much. But so that is like a huge goal of mine. And I've already started 9-week Control Freak. Ashley, am I in week 2? Yeah, I'm in week 2. And I'm only gonna be able to get in 3 weeks before my surgery, but after I'm cleared, I'm gonna go back and finish it. So those are my 2 big physical goals for 21.
And that requires
My-
you to read 10 minutes or 10 pages of personal
Yes,
development.
10 pages a day, nonfiction, and it actually has to be a book. It can't be an audible.
Yeah.
And that's another goal of mine for like personal mental. I do a lot of like just personal development, but I want to start doing business personal development.
Yeah.
Like I do a lot of like spiritual and mom stuff, but I want to start doing like actual business personal development. I feel like that's something that I need to really work on.
Well, and for your outside one, like your outside workout, like the walk or whatever, the hike that it wants you to be outside, that would be a good time to do audio. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
listen, because
Mm-hmm.
you could do that.
And then family is just to go home and see my grandparents if they're still alive. I mean, they're still alive, but I mean, like my grandparents are in their 90s, and that's like my family goal because they're in nursing homes and we can't see them. My income goal, this might sound like lame to you guys,
No,
but I mean, you guys know that I'm a veterinarian. But it would be nice if I could consistently make $250 a week. So if I could make $1,000 a month, that would like just help, like that would pay our mortgage and then some, like just with Beachbody. So then everything that I made as a veterinarian and my husband made, does that make sense? It would just be nice to have an extra $1,000 a month.
which would be
You know, if I made more, okay. And I've done it before, but it's never been consistent. So like, I don't ever rely on this money. I've just always said like it's extra money, but it would just be nice to know that, okay, every week I'm going to have that money coming into our bank account. And rank, I would like to hit diamond, but really I want another builder. Obviously, Ashley is my builder and is phenomenal. It would be nice to find another Ashley or clone her, basically. So, and relationship, you are, baby.
You realize how close you are to diamond? I want you to realize, like,
I know,
so close. A discount coach on each side, and you are diamond.
Yeah.
And with the diamond, like you get an extra $4 a cycle raise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it does add up.
Yeah. And then also like I would like to do a little like team retreat with the girls that we have here, even if it's just in my pond. I would just like for the girls to come over and just like, we did that this summer and we had a great lunch and we swam and people brought their kids, but I just really, I don't know. I just kind of like want to do that again and like go a little bit more like, you know, little gifts or whatnot, you know, just a little bit more than that. And then my relationship goal is not to kill my husband this year. I'm just joking. More date nights. More date nights. So I can't really think of anything else. Yeah, relationship goals, more date nights, survive parenthood together. That's about it. I mean, we're happy. We're doing really well. We've had, you know, we had a rough summer, but I think we're doing great now. So can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I can't hear anybody else. I'm like, am I just like,
No, I muted because sometimes she growls. So I just went.
It's okay.
I muted because my kids are really loud. But, yeah.
But ask me the relationship goal next week after he has to take care of me after my surgery. I don't know how well he's going to be. Ashley's going to have to come over and replace Kyle.
They always do. They step up when they have to.
Yes.
I know. So
I
that's
always-
all.
I feel like these goals are totally doable. Like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they're realistic. They're not like too easy, if that makes sense, where like this can happen. And I feel like by adding in 75 hard, where it's requiring you to read 10 pages of that business, really dialing in and showing up. And I want to challenge you to like share that journey as
Mm-hmm.
people, like be, completely honest and share all of that. But I think like when you're like have to be dedicated in that area, I think it's going to require you to like, okay, well, I want other people to feel this way. I want other people to do this with me. And the more you share, the more people are going to want to, and just having that mental shift of like, you know what, I do need to have those 10 pages a day be a business book. Like commit.
Mm-hmm.
That way you are figuring out like, okay, how do I be a better leader? How do I do like, what area am I lacking? And then going and reading on that.
His the guy who does 75 hard, his name is Andy. I can't pronounce his Italian last name. He has a podcast and he likes to say a lot of bad words, but if you guys are by yourself, I would highly recommend it. It's like him and his brother are on it, and they're just like, they just lay it out there. They really do.
What is,
And
I haven't heard of 75 hard. Can you explain it to me?
okay, so it's basically this guy named Andy Frizzelli. I could be saying it wrong. So like he has an Instagram account, and I actually found it on Jamie Fitzpatrick on his beach, or beach buddy coach. I found on his IG. He shared his story. It's 75 days, and there are 5 things that you have to do every day. One of them is you have to drink a gallon of water. Already do that. Yeah. You have to read 10 pages of a nonfiction book. You have to take a progress picture every single day. You have to
I should put that up.
follow a diet, but he's like, I don't care what diet you're following, but he's like, you need to stick to it. You don't need to do that. What is it where you count your macros and you have enough macros over or at enough at the end of the day and you stuff your face with a cupcake. He's like, you need to eat clean food. And then you have to do 2 45-minute workouts, and one has to be outside. But he's like, take your weights outside.
Yeah.
And then you do it for 75 days. And the thing is too, there's no alcohol. And then like he talks about it, and he's like, this is not a diet. This is a lifestyle change. I am trying to make you mentally tough. And you can't do the 2 45-minute workouts consecutively. He's trying to teach you that it takes hard work and it's not convenient.
Mm.
And so I think last week we had snow on the ground, and I was like, I'm just going to try this for a few days. And I did it for 3 or 4 days because I knew I can't commit because of my surgery.
Yeah.
And I did. I went on lunch break walks when there was snow on the ground and it was freezing, and I brought my snow bibs. And he was like, I've ran outside in the rain. And he's like, don't do it when there's a tornado. But he also has a podcast, him and his brother, and they just are real and raw. And it's kind of just, I don't know, just being really straightforward, and it's amazing. And he people, if you see their transformation pictures, they just look amazing.
Yeah.
And I think if I just gave up alcohol for 75 days,
It's really discipline focused.
Yeah.
It's very discipline focused.
Yeah. And he just talks about, it's all mental.
Yeah.
And everyone who's done it, their lives are changed. And so if you look them up on Instagram or do the hashtag 75 hard,
okay,
it's awesome. And then he has a podcast, and I've been listening to it, but do not listen to it when your children are around, because he says the F word a lot, and he's very loud, but it's what it is. And so a lot of, like Melissa just said, a lot of the Beachbody coaches have done it or are doing it. And have, they're still doing Beachbody.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
Yeah, because they're following a Beachbody workout, and then I see most of them go outside for a walk or something, and then they're following their meal plan. But
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Good.
I just like it because of the alcohol. And yeah, I need to detox. And I don't know. The second workout, I think getting outside, is beneficial. So
Yeah.
those are my goals.
all right.
That's all I got.
You should do the runs from 30 Day Breakaway when it releases. It's really great. Honestly, I loved it. No.
She doesn't want to talk about what she's doing for her second workout yet.
I'm going to lightly stroll. I actually thought about, I did a half marathon. I don't know if you guys knew this. I did a half marathon in 2016. And that's when Liz reached out to me and was like, hey, do you want to do Beachbody? And I thought I was in great shape. And I was like, oh no. And then I was like, I'm not in great shape. But I thought about doing another half, but I just don't have it in me right now.
Don't ask me to join.
I don't know how I did that and didn't die. So Ashley, what are your goals?
Sure, mine. Okay, so for family, I have vacation. I'm already vowing that next year we're just gonna like skip Christmas, the whole Christmas thing, and we're just gonna go on vacation for this year. So yeah, not having a repeat.
Had a rough Christmas.
And then under family, I have freedom and flexibility. I've always felt really like, I know like some of us have been teachers. When you teach, there's a lot of work to not be there. And I have always felt like I sacrificed Parents' Day or plays or math or things that my kids were participating at school because I couldn't leave or I couldn't take the day off. I didn't have coverage. And I want to be there. I don't want to miss things like I've missed the first 8 to 11 years of my kids' life. Relationship, I put grow closer, maximize communication, and a getaway. And under personal, buy a vehicle in cash. I really want a minivan. I never thought I would say that, but I really want a minivan. Weird ambition, but I really want a minivan.
Is that a first quarter goal or is that for the whole year?
That's like my year. Like I have to sell my vehicle's paid off. So I could sell my vehicle and pour it into another vehicle, but I'm just determined that I'm paying for it in cash.
Very good.
Fitness, 9-week control freak, getting ready to start on Monday. We have I think we have 18 girls in our group right now. And my other goal is creative cooking. I want to get like more creative with healthy cooking, like not just your regular. I want to make these cool dishes that are like super appealing and not just bland. I want to get like super creative cooking. And my business goals is Diamond. I'm very close to Diamond. And team builder, because I'm like so close to that. I just need rank. And steady income, longevity. And for 2021, I want to hit SC every single month. I hit it 7 out of 12 months in 2020. So those are mine.
Very good. Those are good.
I love those. We have about 8 minutes left, and then it's going to go off. You're muted, Ashley.
I did get that challenge tracker off of Etsy, and it's brand new. It's ready for January. But if you guys did not see this post on Rise Up, it's amazing. It is so broken down for business. It's incredible.
What is it? It's a
It's so it has a section for like your action plan for every single day. Add friends, connect, follow up, challenge invites, business invites, recognition. It has a social media planner for the entire week. It's broken out into weeks, and then weekly action plan, social media planner, and then a daily. I'll have to send you the information, Amy. I just got it. It's really cool.
Very cool. One of my like task goals for the first quarter is to get myself where I am turning in my tracker, no matter what it looks like, to Melissa every Sunday. And I would really love to get all my coaches doing that to me, because I feel like I know that when I am consistently using my tracker is when I am doing my best. And I feel like this last quarter, that as I have kind of like been more sporadically working with homeschooling and like feel like my mind has been in a lot of different places, I've gotten away from using my actual tracker and like still sending invites. But I was doing follow-ups today, and I was like, I had so many people who were interested that fell through the cracks because I didn't sit down and actually follow my tracker and write down the names. And I was depending on my memory more, or like jotting a name down on something, whatever was close to me at the time. And I'm like, okay, that is not how you run a business. So being a little bit more organized in that way and actually filling out my tracker is going to be, I think, huge, like one of my task oriented things. And I want coaches to send it to me and not be like, I want it to be not something that they're ashamed of or something that it's just like part of the job. Part of it is sending a tracker, like, let's talk about what could be improved, what you did great, what like, and not be afraid to send it to me. So that is one of them. And then I tried to write down, like, one of my goals for is to strengthen my relationship with each family member. And I tried to write down for each family member, like specific things I want to do, like knowing their love languages, and like, according to that, what are the things that I want to do with them. So, yeah.
I like that. No, I need to take the next few days and finish writing all of mine out, but I've been through, like, I do PD, I don't do PD, I do PD, I don't do PGB. And so I really need to like commit to that. And I think following the tracker, because like seasons that we're in, like, and giving myself like grace in those seasons, because I was like super stressed and when I don't sleep. And Amy was like, if you're not getting 4 straight hours of sleep, you're going to feel crazy. And so like understanding and knowing, like, sometimes the best thing I can do for everybody involved in my life is take a nap, like being able to like be honest and recognize that, because that was, I haven't slept 4 straight hours in at least a month. And so I think like just being able to like, okay, that needs to be part of my like taking care of me. I'm not like, that's what my goal is, to like really like be able to recognize and not have to have somebody like Stephen, like literally took my phone and my computer and like walked out of the room and was like, you're taking a nap. That's what you do.
Uh-oh. She fell over. No, I think that's good. But I do think, like, this morning I took some time to like write out my first quarter goals and then break those goals down into, so what are the like things to do to get you to those goals? Like, is it what did I do? Planning out my week on Sundays, making sure I'm time blocking, because sometimes I do much better time blocking either in the morning before my day starts or the night before. Not if I'm looking at my whole week, I don't time block well. But if I look at just by the day, then I can time block a little bit better. So making sure I'm actually doing that. Or I said, set up something I want to try. I don't know if it's going to work, but I want to set up some text threads with just a few challengers, like 3 challengers in each thing, in each little pod, so that they have like a couple specific people that are cheering them on, and that they can like just even like further than the accountability group, having a few accountability partners. So I want to try that this first quarter and see how that works. But like breaking down your quarter goal into like, well, what will help me get to those goals? So take some time to do that this week.
And if you have questions or like, how can I lay this out to attack this? Like we can do like individual or like group calls or whatever. But like, I really, really want to encourage you. Like goal setting is, and it might just be like, I mean, even if you're in the crazy season, like I just want to get 2 people a month or 3 people a month, like making it so that it's doable during this time, but not saying it's all or nothing. Like, don't feel like you have to, if you can only, like Tracy wants to give up alcohol. Well, maybe Bethany's is, I just want to show up for my workout for myself every day. Now, I mean, she does show up, but I'm just like trying to be like, maybe she can't commit to 45-minute workout. So it's like, instead of saying I can't do anything at all, pick the 20-minute workout. Or if like, you're like, you know what, I don't have a full hour right now in this season of my life. Well, then pick those 30 minutes and like dedicate, like, I'm not saying that you have to, all of us don't have all of the same goals. We're not all in the same season of life. And so I want to just encourage you to look at what's going on, share your goals with your coach, share it with one of us, and like, know that like, if you're not setting goals, even if like simple family things, it's hard to know that you're going to accomplish them, because otherwise you're just running around doing nothing. It's going to shut me off any second. I loved seeing all of you. Thank you, Bethany, for showing me your face. So I hope that you all have an amazing, amazing new year. And I am just so grateful for all of you. And I can't wait to see how this next year goes for us. So have an amazing week, friends. I know it's going to shut off in a second. I'm just waiting for it.
Got it.
Bye.